But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Sure, they got one leg.
What's up, y'all?
Whoa, hold on.
Is that Linus Tech?
You do something. What you be doing?
I'm on here freestyling for people, man. Can I do a freestyle for you guys?
That's that dude. That's the TikToker.
Oh, damn. Yo, can I do a freestyle for you guys?
Give us one. Wait, turn up.
Hold on. We gotta give him words. We gotta give him words.
Give me the most creative, challenging words you can think of.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pedestrians. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Another big one.
Another big
Chronicle.
one. Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. All right.
Okay. Revolutionary.
Ambidextrous, chronicle, Afghanistan, and revolutionary. Those are the words? Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Other artists really need to get their flex up. When it come to freestyles, yo, I'm next up. I be shining kinda like my man's necklace. Use both sides of my brain, I'm ambidextrous. I'm the freshest type. They can feel the vibes from left to right. Y'all know that I'm the dopest on jams. Ambidextrous, cause I can use both of my hands. Then again, it don't matter if I'm right or left-handed, cause I never write it, I hope you understand it. I provide it right off the tip of the brain. And when I'm spitting for my people, all my shit is insane. I make it happen. I'ma kick a rap verse. Shout to my homie with the necklace and the black shirt. Filming on the phone, gotta get it on your camera. They got questions, Harry is the answer. Yeah, I'm about to make it known. When I rhyme, I be entering the crazy zone. Thank you for the words, y'all came up with the good stuff. Shout the homie chilling in the middle with his hood up. I go beyond your flow, going places other rappers wanna go. Do it by myself, no sponsor, bro. I'm delivering the rap chronicles. Your level, I'ma go beyond it. Matter of fact, I'm about to get you lifted like the Chronic. Can't nobody else rock this way. High like the Chronic, that's where the Dr. Dre. H-Mac, I'ma put it down. Every time I'm rhyming, they be loving my sound. Can't nobody really do it like me. Winning in my psyche. Shout my homie who be rocking Nike. On the zip up, I get props. Whenever I be spitting, they gon' see me on TikTok for hip hop. I'ma put it down for all of y'all. I be cold shivery. This here is the Chronicle delivery. Delivering the magazine and the periodical. I got the hottest flow, you know I brought it, bro. I ain't never slipping. Yeah, y'all just be assisting. I'm Michael Jordan, these rappers like Pippen. Think they on my level, homie, they be tripping. I grip the mic and then I'm about to slam the jam from LA to Afghanistan. I'm about to break it down till I find my peace. They put my music in the Middle East, yeah. All my lyrics are gigantic, I'm about to make them panic. They can feel my shit across the whole planet, yeah. Lyrics is what I'm about to push. He was like, yo, he's rapping right now. He said, shush, please be quiet, he's really getting down. I'ma blow your mind with the rhymes that's profound. I be doing me, and y'all know they never doing Harry. When it come to lyrics, all my flows are revolutionary. What I mean to say is when I'm spitting off the brain, I be revolutionary, go against the grain. I'm about to make a change the whole earth. I'm about to blow your mind with the freestyle verse. The beat style, but I wasn't ready to end. H-Mac be the freestyle internet trend. Let's go.
Nice one, flat. Deal with it. It's flat. Come on a minute, bro.
The earth is flat. The earth is flat. welcome to the flat and stationary. Through life we've been taught what to believe and how to think. Our foundations laid waste with the magic of quantum reality. How we suffer with believing these lies, how we strive to conceal the strive. Why do we believe what we do? What if I told you it was created for me and for you? This world we live in is not what we're told. It's a world of purpose and splendor and treasures untold. Will you step back? Will you jump in? Let's head to the truth with intent. All I'm here to do is tell you, the earth is flat. So deal with it, so deal with it.
Yo. I was thinking Flats must have recorded that one with a lot of oomph, man, with a lot of volume, because you can't adjust the volume. No, the videos you upload to StreamYard, you can't, and then you just play like you can't control the volume on them at all. You know what I mean? So yeah, Flats just must have uploaded that with a load of power to it. You know what I mean? Nice. Good to see you guys. Yeah. Good to see you.
I'm not being rude. I'm doing nails.
Vicky's being rude. She's doing her nails. That's what she said. We've got Roger in chat, and LBA Paul is
in the house.
In the house. He'll oh, he said evening. I thought he might not say anything. I'd say he's just chilling in the background, but he said evening. And here's Ryan just popped in as well. So yeah, we're just going to get on with the testimony tonight. 33 Third Degree Mason. It's from that Almost False channel. Sometimes the testimonies on there are okay. With their discernment, you can tell that some of them are a bit lacking or maybe a bit made up. But some of the testimonies you had definitely are real. What shall I do? So just it's quite long. It's an hour odd. So I'm only doing till about 2 hours. So whatever we get through, if I don't get through it all, then I'll finish it off on Wednesday because I won't be on tomorrow. I've got a funeral and that. So let's just get on with it. I usually show some of Jim's stuff. Actually, I'll show some of Jim's stuff first, and then I'll do that first, and then we'll get on with it. I was going to show Jim's stuff at the end, but no, I'll show him now. Actually,
nice. Jim's got a couple of new ones out. He's been busy.
Oh, good. I was thinking that. That's why I just thought maybe I'll do them now, in case he's got new ones.
And I'm getting motion sick watching Ryan.
Oh yeah. I noticed that at my peripheral. He's walking about, so it looks like he's bouncing all over the place.
Not smashing up wood today.
All right, Jim, as usual. We'll do a couple of gems, then we'll get into the topic. As usual. Oh, nice. Right, that's a 7-minute one. So actually, I'll put that one on, and then a 2-minute one, so I'll bring it 10 minutes. Then we'll get on to the topic. Oh, hold on. Like it. Don't you come with ad blocker crap to me. Try to tell me my ad blocker rubbish. Mesmerizing. Ooh, Jim, that's a strange shot. Cool. Oh, clip shot. That's on the oh, is that on the way off? Is that on the way out? Is that on the way in or the way out?
The what?
Jim, the eclipse.
I don't know, but the moon's really small.
What do you mean? The moon's
I can
small?
only see at the bottom.
The moon is really small.
It is, Ryan.
Yeah. Now, see, if you see it like that, yes, you can get it mistaken for some kind of solid structure, solid object of some sort. But you see it in different times of the day, different phases of the moon. It looks different. It looks transparent, see-through. But like that, yes, you can imagine why people would think it was a rock. But a rock floating in the sky doesn't seem to go together with physics.
Maybe plasmatic physics.
Maybe plasmatic, yeah. But what is it? What is bloody plasma? You know?
Well, they don't even really know what matter is.
Different state of matter, yeah. Yeah, that could be anything. But look at all them impacts from asteroids and stuff. Impact craters, eh?
That's not what that is. Come on.
I know, I'm joking.
Fucking reflection. Come on.
It's a wheel of cheese. Yeah, I hear you, Vicky.
The wheel of cheese. Yeah.
It's the damn
A
reflection.
wheel of cheese. Well, you know it's rolling. That's what's happening right now. That's why the shadow's changing angle.
Well, it does roll. It does. It rotates ever so slightly about, I don't know, 45 degrees, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Talking about the moon.
I know, but it's cheese.
She's rolling cheese in London somewhere right now.
Yeah, they actually do.
Yeah.
They actually do.
Yeah.
Actually, let me say hello to everybody. Well, Jim's on because I didn't say hello individually. So, LV, Paul, good to see you. Baz and the Who's, good to see you. Ryan, good to see you, man. Jacks, bless you. Roger, good to see you. I think I said that already. Erin,
good to see
Tim,
you.
good to see you. Dylan, bless you, man.
Effie
Jim
and
News. And I think that's it. In chat.
no, Effie Nation.
Effie Nation, good to see you, bro.
His name is Jim Hayden.
And Heron, just in case I didn't say it.
Hi, Aaron.
There's parallax in the stars. Which I don't see parallax in the stars. Oh, you mean the moon parallaxes the stars? Well, that happens, yeah.
Yeah.
You crazy. You crazy. Ain't no parallax.
Yeah, there's no parallax with stars. And I mean, the moon parallaxes the stars, yeah. But stars don't parallax stars.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen anyway, but I do not study the skies.
It's cold. I heard it's cold there too.
Hold on.
We had a cold snap and snowed yesterday. I told you that. It was warm all week and then boom.
Well, it was actually warm earlier on today. Like only a couple hours ago, I went out, and it was warm. But Vicky just took the dog out there, and it was freezing.
Yeah, well, I have got shorts and a t-shirt on.
Yeah, but still, it was warm enough for shorts and t-shirt earlier. Because I went up double clothes and that, thinking it was going to be cold, and I was sweltering.
Sandal weather.
Mm.
Well, it's not quite full-blown spring yet, neither. So.
Oh, Jupiter's parallax. I thought you said stars were parallaxing. Okay, got you.
Minimal.
Two Wolves, good to see you. Long time, man. Long time.
Haven't heard that name in a while. No.
Yeah, Two Wolves. He pops in now and again. Happy Moon Day.
How are the pups doing? Actually, I named my stream something similar to that for tonight.
Monday is for monsters, not for other.
Just monsters only, right?
I know, I'm a monster, so I know.
Right, I'll show FE Nations one quickly. Well, because this one's quite long at James. I'll come back to it. I'll show FE Nations quickly. This is 4 minutes long. He says stars are parallax, but in the video it says Jupiter's parallax. That's not stars on parallax. But okay. Where is it? Where did I put it?
No idea.
What?
Me neither.
Where's it gone?
Oh yeah, I got 283 subs now.
Wow, it just disappeared on me. Sorry, it just disappeared on me. Literally just disappeared. I just grabbed it, FB Nation's link. I just clicked in it and I pulled it over to behind this tab in StreamYard, and it literally disappeared. It disappeared on me.
Well, the name of our stream tonight is going to be Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, I was thinking of Whoopi.
Nice. So this is FB Nation's one. You see, wow, it's done it again. That's Jim's one. I've literally just got up FB Nation's one. Jupiter's parallax, and when I went to share, wow, unbelievable! It did it again. It turned into Jim's one. Weird. What the heck?
Oh yeah, I've I've had YouTube do that to me before with streams. Like
It's
it'll
just
play
done
the
it
one-
again.
Yeah. Yep.
It's literally just done it again.
Yeah.
Right.
I have. I've had this happen.
What in the hell? Every time.
Close
Right,
the page,
one more-
open it up again, and then go back to it. That's the best way to get it.
Right. I'll pause it. Right. I'm pausing it so it's not playing. Right. Bring it over. Wow. Unbelievable. That's 3 times it's done it. Changed into Jim's one. Jupiter's parallax. Yeah. Here it is. Right. Don't change this time. Don't change. Like. Take it back. And go. Oh, let's get rid of us. Did I not press play? Oh, I did. Oh, it's a short one. That's why it kept going on to Jim's.
Okay.
Hold
It's
on.
quick, huh? He's got one circle here. The star.
Yeah. I don't get what's going on there, to be honest.
Is it just a picture?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, it's moved. But is it a star? I don't know. Is it a star? It looks like it's moved. But that's one star. I mean, in general, if it is a star.
Let's see.
But yeah, good capture anyway. Good capture.
You said it moved?
It moved. Okay. Fair enough. But in general, you can see that the stars don't parallax. That might not be a star. It might be something else. I don't know. I don't study the skies, bro. I don't study the skies. But the stars that we see that are in constellations and the ones next to them, we see no parallax with each other at all. So, Lord knows what that is. I don't know. Like I say, I don't study the skies, Effie. You'd know better than I do. You're better than me. So, sorry. I'll get another one of Jim's up, and then we'll get on to the topic. Jimmy boy. Can't believe it kept doing. Now I know why it kept doing it, because by the time I clicked onto it, it had already finished because it was only like a few seconds long. So by the time I clicked on it, it had already played itself through. I should have put, because I didn't pause it. Right. So we pretty much did that one. So Starfire FX. Yeah, let's do that one. Oh, chat's a robot.
I'm gonna grab his shot out of the chat.
You just say I'm gonna grab me a shot.
Then this thing says, well, let me see it. I'm not.
There's a lot more to that video than what you just showed, BJ.
Yeah, I can see it. I'm watching it now. But is that a star then? I mean, I don't see much change.
It's going. It looks like it's going in front of it in the shot I'm looking at right now.
Oh yeah. I can see some change now. But is that a star? I mean, none of the other stars parallax, do they? That we see.
It looks like it's just passing behind that star, the wandering star itself.
Yeah. I don't know if I won't be able to, I don't study the skies, I can't tell. From what I see, stars don't parallax. From what I see.
Well, it's on one side to the other.
Yeah, I see that.
I think.
Okay. People can take a look at that if they want. Mars does.
Is it Mars?
Yeah,
nice.
but Mars is not it's a wandering star, isn't it? So they do move. Mars is a wandering star. I mean, it's not the stars like we're seeing like in the constellations, is it? To us, I mean, what they call Mars is a planet. You know, we call it a wandering star. They do move. Of course they do.
I call it chocolate.
Because they're wandering stars. That's what they're called in the Bible. Wandering stars. So it's Billy, Vicky calls it a chocolate bar. It's a man. They're different. They're different stars, though. We know that they stars move. Obviously, of course, they got cause parallax. I thought you just meant normal stars, like the stars we see in the sky. But yeah, of course it does. Of course it causes it. Mars has got a cause parallax. Uranus has got a cause parallax. Jupiter has got a cause parallax. All of them's got to be parallax because they're wandering stars.
Yeah, I'm going to apologize to Jim right now. That had nothing to do with you, sir.
But yeah, no, good videos though, FE. I love them. Love them.
Hey, Sog's in the chat. Yeah.
Hey, Sogs, good to see you. Sogs, a wandering star. What are they wondering about? What?
It's that childlike wonderment you have looking at the stars. And where's Ryan going?
Brilliant, man.
Hey, his neighborhood don't look bad in the daylight.
Nice. Hot dad. There we go. Thank you, Jimmy boy. Bless you, brother. Do you know what I noticed? Do you know what I noticed in Rumble last night? Do you know in YouTube I keep telling like I put a link in. I say that's for people who haven't subscribed or people who watch back the replay in the chat and they want to subscribe or whatever. Well, when I say the same in Rumble, I put the link in and I say that's for anybody watching the replay and anybody watching the replay chat, they can subscribe, you know, when I'm not live. I only realized last night that when I was yesterday, then I was playing back something on Rumble that Rumble doesn't play the replay in the chat. It doesn't. It plays obviously the video, but it doesn't play the chat replay at all.
Are we going to the pool? Are we going swimming? Watch Ryan. He's in the backyard now.
Anyway, let's get this third degree Mason's testimony out. Let's see what it's about. Like I say, once I hit 2 hours, whatever it's at, I'm gonna have to stop, and then I'll do the rest of it on Wednesday.
Is the cookie cutting wood?
He certainly is. Well, I think he's going to be doing something. I don't know about wood.
He's doing yard work, it looks like.
Aye. Right, let's do it.
He's got a stucco house.
Youngest guy in the lodge by 20 years. And this guy...
Turn down a bit.
Ooh, it is loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
Guy comes forward and he says, we're going to lead you through this oath, but it's this long, involved, and ultimately blood-curdling oath. What none of these men understand is that deep down inside there's this very dark, evil energy. I would go up to these guys that have been in the Scottish Rite forever, and I'd say, okay, I'm now a sublime prince of the royal secret. So what?
Sublime prince of the royal secret. So that's some of the terminologies, is it? Wow. Sublime prince of the royal secret. See, when it comes to Christ, there is no secret. So if they associate themselves with Christ, then they're wrong, because Christ is not a secret. Nothing about Christ is secretive.
That's the royal secret. And again, this is something that probably only 1 in 1,000 Masons in America understand, is that the royal secret.
Hello and welcome back to the Almost False podcast, where I interview regular people with incredible stories. Today's guest is someone who has explored...
FE Nation, what do you mean? He says the problem... Because the thing is that you're saying there is no parallax, and we know that there is no planet. So there's parallax. With the 7 wandering stars, that's it. Just with them ones, that's it. Just those. That's all. That's all I'm saying, not with the rest of the stars. I'm just saying there's no parallax with those stars. Those stars are different from the so-called planets, the 7 wandering stars. They're different things. They're different things altogether. So when it comes to the constellations and that, and the stars next to them, do they parallax? No. No. That's how I observe it. Simple as that. Those other ones are wandering stars. Is there parallax with those? Yes. But they're different from the stars that are there. That's what I'm saying. The stars don't parallax other stars. That's what I'm saying. The stars that we see in the constellations and about don't parallax each other. That's my point. That's my point.
Well made.
Whether I'm wrong about it or not, that's how I see it. FE Nation could be right. I could be right. I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. I really don't.
Darkest levels of spirituality, one of them being Freemasonry. He became a 33rd degree Mason, was part of high-level secret societies.
It's the one who did the Daniel Osborne one, yeah, but it's not actually Daniel Osborne this time. You will be getting that soon. Getting what soon? What parallax? You'll be getting parallax of the actual stars. Stars on stars. Okay? If I see that, then fine, cool. If you show me that, cool. I'll have a look at it. Absolutely. That'd be great. Nice one, FB.
And he is not afraid to share what he's not supposed to talk about. So I took this opportunity to ask him as much as I could in the limited time that we had. No matter how much you know or don't know about Freemasonry, I can almost guarantee you that you'll learn a lot from this interview, as everything that is shared here is in some way related to it. Get ready to have your mind blown by Mr. Bill Sneblin as he shares a dark journey that him and his wife took and the unsettling things that they uncovered.
Hey, Noobs, good to see you. Good to see you, man.
Along the way.
Noobs.
When I got to college, and again, I wanted to be a priest. This was a minor seminary college, yes. Loras College. At the time, it was a minor seminary. It isn't anymore. I had a priest in my theology class
hold on, sorry.
Who had a doctorate in theology, and he was teaching a course in Christology. Because again, I was wanting to be a priest. And he took me aside, and he said, if you want to be a priest, in the Catholic Church, it's taught, sacerdotes est altus Christus, the priest is another Christ. So if you want to be like Christ, he says to me, do you want to be like Christ? And I says, well, of course. Doesn't every Christian want to be like Christ? He said, well, if you want to be like Christ, you need to do what Christ.
What's that, Noobs? He's saying Mormons, Catholics, Luciferian, Mason, etc. All of it, this dude. What, he's been all of them. Is that what you're saying?
Christ did. And again, that made sense. And again, nowadays we've kind of become suspicious about priests. But this was like 1968. And a priest was like God. I mean, whatever the priest said, that was it, And he said, well, if you want to be like Christ, you need to do what he did. And he went to the East and studied with the gurus in India. He went and studied with the lamas in Tibet. He went to Egypt and studied with the magicians.
I got you, Noobs. I got you. You just seen the clip of this one. I got you. I've saved this from about 5 days ago. Then Chillin said a couple of days ago, this would be a good video to do. I said I already had it saved to do it anyway. Chillin, I haven't seen Chillin yet. No. Chillin's not in yet. No. He might be doing something, but he's not in yet anyway. Yeah, that's it. God's plan, mate. God's plan.
That's how he was able to raise the dead, to walk on water, to do all these miracles. So he says, what you need to do is you need to start studying the occult. And this is a priest telling me this. And
there you go. Look, a priest, an actual priest, a Catholic priest telling him he needs to study the occult. Madness, eh? Madness. Now, I understand if you were going to be in the Catholicism, within the Catholic kind of realms I'm talking about, if you wanted to be an exorcist. Not that I believe in exorcism, I believe in deliverance, not exorcism. But I suppose if you were going to study to be an exorcist or something, I suppose you would have to study the occult and that. But to just generally study it, yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing for a priest to say, especially from a Catholic church, so to speak.
So I thought, okay, now mind you, this is obviously decades before there was an internet. I mean, there was a little bookstore downtown. And I went there and I found a few scattering books on like the occult. And I found this book that was called Diary of a Witch by Sybil Leek. And she was one of the very first witches to, so to speak, come out of the broom closet. She was a British woman. And she was a medium.
I mean, so far, I know it's only a couple of minutes, but so far this guy seems credible. Maybe it's just because he's old or whatever. Because I sometimes have to watch with his channel because I think the guy who does the channel, he's a little bit green when it comes to discernment. Because some of the stories he has on are amazing. They're definitely real, but some of them I've definitely been dubious about, definitely. But this guy so far, all good.
Medium. And anyhow, I read the book, and she was asserting in the book that witches were not evil, that this was an ancient pagan mystery religion. Among other things, she claimed that Jesus was a witch and his 12 apostles were his coven, along with
Jesus was a witch and his 12 apostles was his coven. It's unbelievable. See how blasphemous they have to get. They have to equate every other faith with what they're doing, especially when it comes to Christianity, because being the true way to the Father through Christ is being a follower of the way. They always have to attack that somehow.
their wives.
And you've got anything to say? You just shut up.
Yes, sir. Will.
Go for it.
So I kind of bought into that, and I wrote.
Brad, Tasha, good to see you guys, or good to see you, or good to see you both.
Either one of you two.
Yeah, absolutely.
I found out about this guy, Alex Sanders, who was the supposed king of the witches over in London. I sent him a letter. This is around 1968, 69. And his wife sent me back a thing. Okay, here's a coven in Rockford, Illinois, which is about 90 minutes from Dubuque. I went there and I got initiated as a witch. And then later on, I hooked up with an Alexandrian coven in Boston, and I was made a witch high priest. Started covens in, first of all, in Dubuque, where I was, and then moved to Milwaukee because there was a.
Hey, Nubats, you've got your spanner now. You've got your wrench. It's your second time here, so you got it. Did I see Mentally Divergent? Hey, Matt, good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
The fellow there who had an occult.
Good to see that there's somebody that's mentally divergent and Matt in the chat. Absolutely. Yeah, but he's mentally divergent. There's a difference. Yeah, Vicky's mental. She's just mental. Okay. And she's a divergent.
Bookstore, because Milwaukee's a huge city. And he said, I've got all these people that want to become witches. Can you come and teach them?
When we're talking about like you being in a coven and you doing witchcraft, I just want to make sure that we don't skip over that part. Like, what kind of witchcraft are we talking about? Because there's a lot of.
It was okay. Witchcraft originally, the kind of publicly available witchcraft was originally started by Gerald Gardner, and he came out. Witchcraft became legal in England. It was a crime until 1951. It was made legal, and he claimed.
By the way, guys, on the Rumble side, I'm streaming to the new channel, Angling for Truth. Like I say, it still goes through the profile. I've only got 8 followers on it. I've got 40 now on the profile. But if people start following my new channel in Rumble, especially for movie nights, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. I'll put the link in for it now. Well, the link you can follow it by the link of the stream it's on now. If I just put the stream it's on now, if MD is not already following, but you can still watch through my profile. It doesn't really matter, but it'd be good if you guys could sub to both. Yes, right. Let's carry on.
And all this is disputed, but
Roger was going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to touch on your little topic of parallaxes for a second. There's only 2 examples of parallax they know of in astronomy, and one of them is actually due to the actual rotation around the center point. The light seems to parallax over another star. None of the fixed stars actually have parallax.
Right.
It's just the ones that are in motion that even exhibit any kind. There's only 2 examples.
Yeah.
They're really kind of
Yeah, I get you. Hey, DeWitt, good to see you. 4 Jackson, the Rumble side. Good to see you, bro.
I'll show them to you later.
That'd be cool. 4 Jackson, the Rumble side. Good to see you. Who else did I see? Somebody came in that was new. Bezo or something. Where did I see that?
Ooh, where?
Somebody called Bezo. There it is. Bezo Blocker. I watched this like 10 times. Oh, let me get in here.
Some dude's doing a wake up alive thing. Watch now.
That's it. Beats the block up. I watched this like 10 times from Almost False channel. It sounded unfiltered, very informative. Good. I'm glad, because you sometimes on Almost False channel, there is a few testimonies that I'm very dubious of, but he's done a few testimonies that are really, really good. Absolutely. So I'm glad this one is, because I haven't watched it through yet. So I'm glad. Nice one, Bezo. And welcome. I'm sure you haven't been here before. I've seen your name before. I can't remember where. Probably Flats is, but I don't think you've been here. But good to see you, man. You're welcome.
He claimed that he came in contact with an ancient coven of witches in the New Forest region of England. They initiated him and then made him a high priest, and he went off and initiated other people. Then there's this other bunch, this Alexander's fellow. He also claims to have been initiated by an ancient line of witches by his grandmother. So those were the two main fountainheads of witchcraft in the 60s. Both were from England, but both had, spread to America. And it was white witchcraft. Both groups, their rituals were virtually identical. And but the Alexandrian group that I was in was more into ceremonial magic, which is like kind of, if you know, in like Protestantism, they have the distinction between high church and low church. Well, Alexandrian.
Thanks, Paul. Bless you, man. Cheers. Dave, LVA Paul stuck in my Rumble channel. Thank you, guys.
Is more high church witchcraft, but we didn't believe in the devil. We didn't think we were worshiping the devil. We thought we were worshiping a goddess, a moon goddess, and a horn god. So it was like ditheism, if you will, two deities, and we didn't believe in demons.
Oh, and Gregory B in the Gregorio B in the Rumble. Good to see you, Greg, man. Good to see you. Bless you, dude.
We just believed that it was all this nature, airy fairy, gathering herbs in the forest and dancing in the nude, and it all sounds very innocent. Except there's, especially in the Alexandrian rite, there's also some.
There's actually 9 people in the Rumble side now. And I never noticed. I just thought it was 4 Jacks and Greg. 9 people watching the Rumble side. Bless you guys.
Sex magic that's involved.
And to
so
the 32
does that kind of answer your question?
Yes. Thank you for clarifying.
And don't forget, bless the 31 guys on YouTube as well, obviously. Hey, Vlad, how you doing, bro? Good to see you.
Fine. We just wanted to make sure that we got that covered. So actually,
all right.
We got a crowd of folks.
Yeah, we got a crowd. Good to see you, Vlad. Good to see you.
Let's go back to the occult bookstore that you were talking about, and let's pick up the story from there.
Well, so anyway, so we hooked up with this fellow in the basement of the store. We would hold these classes. They were packed because there were all these people. And again, this was 1972. And, there was all these people are kind of like quasi hippies, and they wanted to get into the occult and magic and blah, blah, blah. The other thing that happened at the same time is that we encountered this fellow called Eli, who was a Grandmaster Druid of North America. And Druids are a little bit...
Grandmaster Druid or Gruid?
A Gruid.
Gruid. Okay. I don't know what a Gruid is, but let's see. I don't know. I thought you said Druid. That's why I wasn't sure. Yeah, there would be that watching. There would be. But if you add the people in Rumble, which is 11, oh my goodness, that's 44.
No.
44 all in all. That's brilliant. Fantastic.
But different than witches. It's kind of like the difference between being a Baptist and being a Methodist, And we were invited down to Arkansas, which is where this fellow lived. He had lived on top of a mountain. He had kind of a what do you call it, a organic farm there. And we went through the whole summer, got all this occult training. We were, high priests in Druidism.
I was thinking that for.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking that because his name's 44 Jacks in Rumble.
By the time we got done, at one point, now understand, this fellow that owned the occult bookstore, he was kind of a manipulative guy who was very, he was older than me, very cunning. he told me, he took me aside and he said, if you really want to understand magic, you need to read this book. And he handed
What, babe?
I need to put on screw
Why?
because I've got all wet nails.
Yeah, Vicky's just done her toenails, like got false nails and her toenails and
I'm
painted
not
them. And
fingernails.
well, yeah, but you've got real fingernails though.
Yes, I know that, but my toenails are weird.
So what were you saying?
So if I need the toilet, I'm screwed.
Why?
Because I've got wet nails on my hands and my feet.
Well, you could just hover. Hover.
I've got to pull my shorts down.
Telekinesis. Telekinesis. Telekinesis.
Oh, I knew that was coming, PJ. You gonna do it?
No, telekinesis will have to do it.
You will have to do it, Roger.
I believe you.
Bible by Anton LaVey. And I said, well, why would I want to read the Satanic Bible? Witches don't believe in Satan. And he said, well, just read.
Jeff Gasseed, good to see you, Gaji. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Read the book. And his LaVey's contention was that magic is really about Satan. But Satan is like an archetype, he said. There is no real Satan, but it's like an energy, egregore, an archetype that you can draw.
So there is no real Satan. It's an energy. It's a philosophy. It's a way of life. It's
just like God. Yeah. God's a philosophy, a way of life.
I mean, you get your Satanists who think the devil is an entity, and you get your Luciferians who think it's just an ideology, that it's just a way of life. It's just, where do you think that way of life comes from? The ideas for that way of life comes from? It comes from scripture, which tells you it was Satan had done it, who's a person, a thing, a being.
Anton LaVey on his deathbed said he made a mistake with screaming.
Yes, he did. He says, "Oh my, what have I done? Oh my, what have I done?" I think that was his words, wasn't it? Oh my, what have I done? Sorry, babe.
I'm having that same thought.
I think he's having that same thought. But yes, apparently he said that. Oh my, what have I done? It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
And PJ's gonna be saying that when he has to take Vicky to the bathroom. Oh my, what have I done?
Roger, he had to arrest me when I broke my elbow.
Yeah, I know. Pain in the butt.
You love her.
Yes, Satanists believe the Bible. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Exactly.
No, we ignored that, Roger.
I know.
Kind of made sense to me. And again, the devil was gradually pulling me in. Like the whole thing about the camel getting its nose into the tent before you know it, the camel.
He's what?
No, she's a weirdo.
She's a weirdo,
yeah.
You two can talk.
Yep, we can.
No.
What was that? I'll go ahead and stop right now.
You better quit.
Camels in there. So I wrote the Church of Satan, which at that time was in San Francisco. I became a member, a first-degree member. And then later on, I went through some exams and studies, and I became a warlock, which was a second-degree member of the Church of Satan. And at this also, I should say this, because this is critical. This Eli guy, the Grand Druid down in Arkansas, he gave us 2 words of advice. First of all, he said, if you really want to understand Luciferian energy.
Oh, Paul's dropped out. Letters, Paul. Bless you, man.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Oh, he's away from the keys, he said. All right, Paul, I'll see if you come back. If you don't, bless you, dude. Bless you. Thanks for coming.
It was good to hear you.
Yeah, it was good to talk to you, Paul. Bless you, man.
I ain't heard his voice in forever.
No, I know. Well, you had him a little bit before the stream as well, so.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, good guy. Paul's a diamond, man. He's a diamond. He's the techie guy.
We missed him.
Absolutely.
You need to join the Freemasonic order. And he himself was a 33rd degree Mason. He showed me his little certificate he got. He also told me that if he ever felt like we were in deep spiritual trouble, that I should join the Mormon Church. Because
the synagogue of Satan is where it all comes from. Yeah, that's absolutely
Norman.
Bro. Good to see you, Norman. It's Norman I'm reading now.
Hi, Norman.
Good to see you, bro.
Because it was a church that had been started by witches, for witches, that we could hang out in. And
hey, Jeff. How you doing, man? Jeff Brett. Good to see you.
Hey, I love this. I love this guy. I watched him yesterday.
Okay, got you. Cool.
Pretend to be nice. The image of the Mormon church. They're straight, nice, wonderful, all-American people with happy families and white picket fences and all of that. But secretly, they believe almost the same doctrines that witches believe.
That's it.
And we can get into that if you want. But anyhow, so he gave us that advice. Again, this was in the early 70s. So I joined the Masonic Lodge, became a Master Mason at the same time as I was a Satanist and a witch. And
so it was a Mason. So yeah, that person was right. Came in. They're saying Mason at the same time as being Satanist. Isn't it madness that if you can? There's a coexist right there, an amalgamation of religions together within that one dude.
Don't forget about the polygamy.
The polygamy, yeah, of course. But I haven't seen his testimony. That's the first time I'm seeing it. But people have told me it's really good.
The one thing I've never seen is that beard. Wow.
Well, yeah.
He's got a beard like that.
It's an impressive beard though for his age, isn't it?
It is.
Well,
yeah.
He's got a beard like that.
Who?
Father Christmas.
Oh, Father Christmas. Yeah, he's a little too unportly to be Father Christmas. Though.
And only our inner circle of the witches that we by this time we've initiated over 100 witches, and only our inner circle knew that we were also Satanists.
Wow.
And we were continuing in this, and I finally figured out that there was a deeper level of Satanism, and I got in touch with some of them. And again, there was no internet. We had to do all this by mail. And
the way it says, the Mormons purportedly have a penchant for hoarding genealogies. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Whatnot. And there was a group in Michigan called the Order of the Black Ram, which is like more hardcore.
It seems like a cool old rhyme, man.
There was another group in Chicago called.
If he's been through all these different religions and bloody cults and all that, and to come out the other side being a follower of Christ and loving Christ, then he's done it. He's done amazingly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, because
before he went in,
it sounds like he was deep into the occult. You know what I mean? Deep.
Buzz's got a beard in the belly, he said.
I know, I've seen Buzz's beard.
I've seen Buzz's.
I haven't seen his belly, but I've seen his beard.
I want to say that this guy didn't have that beard when he went in, and then when he came out with the beard.
Probably.
All white.
But for somebody who's been through all that, he does seem like a friendly, decent guy. You know, so a lot of people have been through a lot of that stuff, and even come out the other side loving Christ. Sometimes they still got the little attitude from back then. But this guy seems really cool.
He could have gone through World War II.
I think he's a little young for that, babe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the Brotherhood, and I got involved with them because they were closer. Because Milwaukee's just up the road about 90 miles from Chicago.
Yes, but
and I got really. I sold my soul to the devil. That's how deep I got into this stuff.
Yeah. Before we actually get to that part, I want to make sure that.
And I have got another video as well from Theo, fervent with Jesus, fervent for Jesus with Theo, the black kid. I've got a video of that where one of his videos I want to do this week sometime of the music industry and people selling their souls and stuff like that.
Take some time to talk about Freemasonry, because Freemasonry, it's very rare to actually talk about. To talk to former Masons, because it's something that you're not supposed to talk about. So it's kind of an opportunity while I have you here to kind of, for me personally, to learn, but also for the people to.
Mentally divergent. Bless you, man. I just seen it just then. Sorry, dude. I've only just noticed it. Let's share it quickly. There we go. It's on the channel Angling for Truth. Mentally divergent. Bless you for doing what you do. £5. It's £5. Sorry, $5 rant. Bless you, brother. Thank you very much. You're a blessing, dude. Thank you, dude. Bless you.
Nice.
Cheers, brother. Yes, he's back.
Knowledge about what Freemasonry is. You said.
Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, the reason that guy's so good is because he went into this stuff knowing he had Jesus in his heart. He just got diverted down the wrong path and ended up in all these cult things. And the beautiful thing about his testimony is he gets to cross-reference and show how they all are interlinked through their upper echelon people, their top level people between the Mormons and the different sects of Christianity within America are also these pagan, ritualistic entities from Europe that came over back in the 1600s and the 1500s that are still around doing their goofy stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well said, bro. Thanks for that. Nice.
You became a master mason. Can you explain how the degrees and the lodges are set up in Freemasonry so people actually understand what we're talking about?
Yes, good, because I don't understand what it entails, each individual single phase, like 1, 2, 3, whatever, or degree, whatever you want to say it. I don't know what it entails. I know there are these different amounts, goes up to 33, whatever, but what do you have to do, or what does it mean to be part of each individual one? Obviously, it's a bit like compartmentalization when it comes to degrees. Some people don't know what's going on at the top. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So it's a little bit like compartmentalization, isn't it, in a way, within Freemasonry? Like
I've heard the 1, 2, 3 one. Yeah, I've heard the 1, 2, 3 put up there. I know what that's about. After that, I don't know what happens after the third degree. I have no idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's why it's so secretive, because they're doing things in the dark.
That's it.
They don't want it exposed to the light.
That's right.
For that exact reason.
Exactly. And that's
the origins of Freemasonry was actually good. It was the Knights Templar that were associated with early Catholics, and they were a good order. But then when they were driven underground, when they were attacked by the King of France, once something's driven underground, it's only a matter of time before evil can infiltrate it and take over it, because it's now not in the light, it's now underground.
You mean like the King of England?
Yeah, exactly. No, well said. Say again, Ben.
Like the King of England.
What about him?
Attack the Catholic Church.
Well, yeah. KK says, I read all the occult books, never practiced anything but astrology. Then I realized one night and called on Jesus. He is true and unforgiving. Absolutely. Without a doubt, KK. Well said, guys.
Well, the basic thing is what's called the Blue Lodge. And that consists of 3 degrees: entered apprentice, fellow craft, and master mason. A lot of masons never go any further than that. I did, but basically it's like an initiatory process. The requirements are you have to, at that time, now mind you, I think I joined in 75. You had to be a man, freeborn, of good report, and well recommended. So they asked you if you believe in God, and I said yes, I did. And they didn't ask which God I believed in. They just, do you believe in?
That's it. If you know nothing about it, do you believe in God? Well, yeah, I do believe in God. So, but are they talking about a different God? You know what I mean? They just didn't ask, did they? So you just don't like to think, yeah, I believe in my God. You know what I mean? I believe in Jesus. Absolutely.
Dylan said you've got to get your survival patch, and I'll put is that a nicotine patch?
Nice. They'll accept any God from what they have a universal.
Yeah, I've heard that. They'll take any religion, but eventually you're pledging allegiance to Satan, ain't you?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
God. And I said yes. I didn't tell them that the God I believed in had horns. So anyhow, I went through there's this whole process. You do a lot of memory work, they call it. You memorize all of these ritual things. You have a mentor who's called your poster, who's an older Mason. And the guy that I had was a real, very kind guy, an executive in the power company. I can't remember the name of the company. And he helped me memorize all this stuff. and then you go to second degree, and then you have a whole bunch of stuff to memorize. And just let me touch this briefly, because people ask me, well, at what point does Masonry start to look creepy? I mean, because there's tons of Christians that are Masons, literally thousands of them. And I just asked them, how can you do that? I mean, because when you start out as a Mason, they make you come to the lodge, they make you take off all your clothes except your undies. They put you in this like jammies. They're like, they're like pajamas. They're like, typically the one knee is bare and one breast is bare.
Or the one bare knee, you know, the thing.
Why are they putting you in pajamas?
It's a ritual of some sort. They do some kind of murder ritual as well that happened way back when. I can't remember the full details, but they do some kind of rituals where the trousers one trouser gets pulled up. You know, there's so many things. It's craziness. But I'm sure Jeffrey's about to say more on it. Go on, Jeff.
Yeah, this is just basically they do some sort of embarrassment ritual where they try and shame you, and these are really mild because they just get progressively worse until you'll hear the most disgusting things you could possibly imagine in the way higher ranks.
Yeah. There is one where they replicate a murder, isn't there? A murder that happened back in when they were, I don't know when they were founded, whatever, I don't know, back in their history anyway, where they replicated for some reason. I can't remember why, but yeah,
I've heard of that one too, but those are mild. Those are the most mild ones you can hear of.
Yeah,
There's these college fraternities that are interlocked with these Freemasons, and they're basically get these boys that are in college that are going to be like lawyers and doctors, and they get them involved early in the Skull and Crossbones Society and all this stuff. And
exactly, we did a stream a couple of weeks ago on kind of frats on hazing, hazing. So when they go through the hazing period, and that when the
there's alcohol hazing and all that, but this hazing is like, this is pure demonic, ritualistic, Satan worshipping crap.
Yeah, of course. And Brian emits. Oh, hey, Brian, good to see you. Necros. Yes, exactly. They probably do that as well. The philia kind.
Your left breast, and I think your right knee, and you're blindfolded. You have a cable around your neck. It's like a velvet. They call it a cable tow. It's like a velvet blue rope, and you're tied up, and you're led to the door of the lodge, and you've got a guy leading you because, of course, you're blindfolded. He knocks on the door, and somebody this is all ritualized, and the guy on the other side says, "Who comes here?" And your guy who's guiding you, who's a lodge officer, he says, "Mr. Bill Sneblin, who has been long in darkness, and now seeks to be brought to light, to receive the rights and benefits of the worshipful lodge erected to God as all members have done before." And I asked Mr. Christian, Mr. Pastor, Mr. Elder, because there's, like it used to be, I don't know if it still is, it used to be 40% of the pastors in a Southern Baptist convention were Freemasons. And how can you say that you're in darkness when you have Jesus in your heart? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, that's not it.
We got 38 in the house. It's pretty good. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming.
You go into the lodge. You're led around, like they call it circumambulation. You walk.
Well, seeing flats isn't on if you're all coming to me. I'm not joking, guys. Bless you. Thanks for coming.
Walk around the lodge. They have these officers, a junior warden, the senior warden at the different.
Chill, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. YouTube fucking joke. Yes, they are, dude. Good to see you, man.
Things of the compass. And in the east is the worshipful master, who's like the big cheese. Then you're made to kneel at this altar. Again, you're still blindfolded. And you're made to understand that you're putting your hands on this huge, it's like a pulpit Bible, big King James Bible. And this guy comes forward, this worshipful master, and he says, you know, we're going to lead you through this oath. And I'm not going to go through the whole oath because it takes like 5 minutes, but it's this long, involved, and ultimately blood-curdling oath. At the end, you say, you swear, the essence of the oath is to keep the secrets of an entered apprentice Mason, which of course I'm violating right now.
Oh,
and then at the end, you swear that if I should ever reveal the secrets of an entered apprentice Mason, that I swear that I will have my throat cut across, my tongue torn out by the roots, and buried in the sands of the sea, where the tide ebbs and flows twice in 24 hours, should I ever knowingly violate this, my entered.
Wow. Wow. So you have to swear to that. That's disgusting, man. That's brutal. That's brutal.
Well, that's what they're known for right here. They'll cut your tongue out if you reveal any of the secrets.
That's ridiculous. And then they equate themselves with Christ, some of them. What? What the hell?
Yeah.
That is mental stuff. I didn't know that. I knew they did some. I did do they did some mad stuff, and there was some mad things you had to agree to. But that, wow.
Apprentice obligation, so help me God and keep me steadfast to the due performance of the same. Now, if you were a Christian pastor or whatever,
I don't know.
Wouldn't that kind of raise the hair on the back of your neck?
Good to see you, good to see you, Jono. Blood oath, mate. Yeah, exactly, man. Bloody oath. Exactly, exactly, bro.
Do you know where my foot cream is?
What do you mean?
My foot cream.
Do I know where it's at?
Aye.
What don't you know?
I thought it was in the drawers, but it's not.
Well, I don't know. Is it on your makeupy bag thing?
I don't know. Look at it.
I haven't got a clue where you put that stuff, babe. I'm not sure. Oh, sorry.
The most disturbing, I think he's going to say it in a little bit. He said that, you know, his obligation is to bring 7 other souls into that putrid religion. Wow. And that is just scary. And it's funny how everything revolves around the number 7, because in my religion, 7 is the number of perfection. Yeah, and it's just really odd that he has to get 7 souls to join. And then he has that Bible that is missing 7 books from the original Bible, which comes up with a 66 book Bible. You know, there's just a lot of numerology and involved in this stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you're writing up there. You're writing up there. 7, number of perfection, number of completion, whatever. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of mimicking going on, inversions.
Yeah, I think it was raised the head on the back of the necks of pretty much most people just to hear that.
Yeah. And then at that point, the worshipful master says, my brother, in your current situation, what do you most desire? And then the guy that's with
Mojo, good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
With you, that he's a senior warden, says light, whispers it in your ear. And I say light. And then they remove the blindfold. And you see before you this big open Bible with a square and compass on it.
Wow.
And those are represent the 3 great lights of Masonry: the Bible, the square, and the compass. And then they are revealed by the 3 lesser lights of Masonry, which are 3 burning tapers that are adjacent to the altar. Now that's the most mild initiation.
Most mild as well. And what he said down about that promise that he had to swear to about his throat slit and all that. I mean, come on. I mean, that's mild. That's mild and that's disgusting. Imagine how bad it gets.
From there on, they get more and more creepy.
There you go.
So I don't know how deep you want to go into this, but basically Masonry is
Hey, Joyce. Good to see you. Always a pleasure.
Been in ages.
What?
Joyce has been in ages.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I said hello to her ages.
Oh, if I didn't say hello, Joyce, sorry. I didn't see you there, but did I say hello, Joyce?
Just then you did.
No, I did now, but I'm saying before.
I don't know.
No, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. All right, Joyce, bless you. Thanks for being here. Sorry I didn't see you there.
Antichrist thing.
Sorry, Rog.
Mojo?
Yeah, I said hello to Mojo.
I know.
It claims it's not religious, but it is. You know, they play around with it because they say, oh, well, we're just religious, but we're not a religion. Because if they were a religion, then if you were already
Well, I would say I'm classed as a religion, but I'm not religious. I'd say the completely opposite. Like, I don't like being classed as a religion, but the umbrella Christianity and religion. So I would say I'm classed as religion, but I'm not religious. I'd say the opposite. Not mad.
Christian, you shouldn't join another religion. Most Christians would say that. Like, if you're a Christian, you wouldn't become a Buddhist.
Right.
Well, Masonry is a religion. I mean, it has all the qualities. This is what I tell people. If you look at Webster's dictionary, there's 3 things that make something a religion, according to Webster. Number 1, something has a belief in some sort of deity. Masonry has that. Number 2, that belief is expressed in some sort of ritual. And Masonry is full of ritual. I mean, that's pretty much all it is. And then the third quality is it has a system of some sort of ethics or morality. And Masonry has that. So Masonry is a religion. And it's an antichrist religion. And the problem is,
yeah, never true word said. Antichrist religion. Not of Christ, Antichrist.
is that basically, if you drill down into this deep enough and read the books that are
Thanks, DeWitt. You're a fine dude too. Bless you, man.
written by people like Albert Pike, like Albert Mackey. These are 2, or Arthur Edward Waite. These are 3 prominent scholars of 19th century, early 20th century Masonry. And all of them were occultists. Arthur Edward Waite, he wrote a book on black magic and pacts, how to sell your soul to the devil. And in my book, shameless plug, this is an older edition. This is the first edition. It looks different now. But in my book, I document how almost every single leading...
I just noticed he's got a ponytail. He's got long hair as well. I just noticed when he turned to the side there. Okay. Shameless plug. I like that. It's like us on YouTube. Shameless plug.
Cult person of the late 19th and early 20th century was a Freemason. They just go together like, love and marriage.
If people want to go look at these books, I just want you to like kind of give them an idea, because if they want to confirm that for themselves, what books are you talking about? What people are you talking about?
Well, there's Morals and Dogma by Albert Pike. He was like the greatest Masonic scholar in America of the 19th century.
Albert Pike? Oh, no, I'm thinking that Christopher Pike. Sorry. Yeah.
He was the sovereign grand commander of the Scottish Rite, and he's buried in the Scottish Rite Temple, 13 blocks from the White House. So that's one.
They chalk each other. Does that mean what I think it means? They chalk each other, John. Does that mean like they're like pegging each other or something?
The number 13 is Mother Mary's number.
Yeah. Okay.
They're probably mocking that. That's why they buried him 13 blocks from.
Got ya.
Well, it's also the number of gentlemen who were at the Last Supper too, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. That mean and all, yeah.
The other one is Albert Mackey's Encyclopedia of Freemasonry.
Sarah J, good to see you.
There's Arthur Edward Waite, who has a whole bunch of books on Masonry. Again, all of these are footnoted in my book. I mean,
Aaron said, John, I'll have so many questions. And I said, I'm me.
About what? Chocolate?
What he said.
That's a joke.
I thought he meant like a Tommy Tank, and now I'm realizing he didn't mean that.
I think he means like
poking the chocolate.
Yeah, okay, that's enough.
Yeah,
It's a bit
yeah.
graphic.
I said star.
Still, it's graphic.
I didn't.
I know what it means, though, so it's graphic.
Yeah. Starfish.
What deity are they recognizing?
The werewolf stuff.
Mm.
Lots of pages of footnotes because I'm not just.
Well, they recognize Satan, don't they? Lucifer. But because it's comprised of all people of all religions, I suppose they recognize all gods, but their god is Satan. I suppose they recognize all false gods.
Yeah, we got to differentiate Satan from Lucifer because Lucifer was a fallen angel that was possessed by Satan, and Satan's like more of like almost doesn't even have a body. It like pre-existed Satan. That was the reason Satan fell was because of Satan fell or Lucifer fell because of Satan, not the other way around.
Well, I said Lucifer because of Luciferianism, but
yeah, absolutely. No, they're definitely hand in hand with each other, but Satan is, I feel, way more powerful but Lucifer is a fallen angel, and he's the prince of this world. So,
well, that's right. Bazza, good to see you, bro. 13 is a special number for him. Absolutely, bro.
Making this stuff up.
One more thing about 13. Go to court, find out if you're on trial, a jury trial, you have 13 members of the court.
Yeah, you do. 12 jurors. Yeah, absolutely.
One judge.
You know
Judge, yeah, of course.
Good boy.
The 13th constellation, Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer.
Be good boys and you'll have no boys.
Well, it's the 13th letter of the alphabet is M.
It is, yeah. It is. Yeah.
Who really you need to pay attention to in all of this because he's more contemporary. Have you ever heard of Manly P. Hall?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was one of the most notable occultists in America in the 20th century. He passed away in 1994, I think. He was the head of the Philosophical Research Society. He was a very high-level ceremonial magician. And he was also a 33rd degree Mason. And he wrote this book, Lost Keys of Freemasonry. In that book, among many things, he says that when you become a master Mason, you are like a warrior on the block. And that's kind of Masonic code. And the seething energies of Lucifer are yours to command.
So these are like the biggest Freemasonic figures that we know about today. And yet most Freemasons have no.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. I don't think Lucifer was. Jeff has got a different belief from me when it comes to that. I don't think Lucifer was possessed by another entity. I agree with what One Mind says. Lucifer was perfect in his ways until iniquity was found in him. He wasn't possessed by another entity. He was dubbed with a new handle. Yeah, I agree with that. But I did already know that Jeff thought differently to me on that. So I didn't challenge it because I already knew this about Jeffrey. Jeffrey thought differently to me. I do think differently. I agree with One Mind, but I already knew this, so that's why I didn't challenge it because it's not about that. But yeah, I get.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to bring up points to, I'm not trying to change anybody's mind about anything. But if you notice what he just said right there, he basically said once you become this certain level in this order, you basically prowl the world like the demonic lion that's trying to take souls to hell. There's a biblical scripture that says something along those lines, and that sounds exactly what once they reach that level, they're getting empowered by Lucifer, Satan, to then try and take ravage souls, the good souls on earth that don't need to be getting attacked, but they have warriors just like we do.
Got you. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that as well. One mind, Adam was also perfect in all his ways until iniquity found him. Absolutely. Hey Akuma, how you doing, man?
Akuma
Good to
virus,
see
is
you.
he? Nice.
Akuma, I said.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the way he worded it. Iniquity is the proper word for it.
It's well, absolutely. And indoctrinated. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What the freaking flat earth is going on here? Exactly that, dude. Exactly that. Flat earth. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. I'll check it out. Somebody told me to check out a link. I'll check it out at some point. I will do. Who asked me to do it? Brad Tash? Or was it somebody else?
I was busy painting my.
Oh yeah, it's Brad Tash. I'll check it out, Brad Tasha. Thank you.
No idea about this.
Yeah, because they don't read the books. They join the lodge for whatever reason. It might be for business, because see, it used to be that up until I think the early 90s, lawyers and doctors were not allowed to advertise. They couldn't put like an ad in the telephone book. It was like an ethics thing. And so the only way that lawyers and doctors could kind of build up business was by masonry. They joined the Masonic Lodge. They send referrals to one another, a good old boys network. So that's why a lot of people join the lodge. Many people join it because they had an uncle or a father or a brother who was in it. And honestly,
my uncle Graham was a Mason. Obviously, he was low down, and he wouldn't say nothing about it. And he ended up being a PDF file. You know what I mean? He ain't my uncle Graham. So yeah, it just goes to show you. But he was low down, and he was low down. He was well low down.
I had an uncle that was a Mason. My uncle Don but he didn't say anything about the lodge at all. He just went.
No. See, my dad used to go and drink in the Masons Lodge because his best mate was a Mason, and my dad never became none of that. But his childhood mate was a Mason. He probably would have been low down as well, and he run the Masonic Lodge. It was just, but to me, it was just a pub. It was just a pub when we used to go and play pool and like that. But obviously, they must have had meetings at some point. My dad's never part of that, but he used to go and drink in the lodge all the time. Many times you ask my uncle Graham about it, and he wouldn't say nothing. But probably didn't know much anyway. But he ended up being, like I say, a pedophile. One of them. Not ended up being. He was one. We just didn't know for a long time until my cousin let it go. Told people.
I don't get that, man. I don't understand the logic, or
Disgusting.
not even the logic. I don't get the desire either. It's just like, is it control? Is that what they want?
Partly.
The only time kids are safe from a PDF file is when the PDF file is dead.
Not as well. Anyway, it's kind of.
Once you really understand the occult, it's boring. I mean, imagine the most boring church service you've ever been in. And having spent 5 years in the Mormon church, I can relate to that.
Yeah, right.
But
that's about right, isn't it? That's right. There used to be an anti-Mason political party, but the Masons completely control everything now, unfortunately. There you go.
Guys were sitting there snoring during the Masonic ritual when I was there. And, because it's like watching paint dry. And they go every week. And when I was involved in this, I was like the youngest guy in the lodge by 20 years. All these guys were like 50, 60, 70 years old, and basically they were there because they were buddies. And afterwards, they'd, play poker and eat, sandwiches or something. But what none of these men understand, I don't think, is that deep down inside, there's this very dark, evil energy, which is very sexualized. We document in the book how many men.
Dark energy that's sexualized. You know what I mean? Like I was saying about my Uncle Graham. He was low down, Does you think that energy maybe hit him? You know what I mean? So yeah, a dark energy that was sexualized. So it's a dark sexual energy. Disgusting.
And then they go and create their own religion like Mormonism, and then that Joseph Smith was a known Freemason that had that dark sexual energy. Next thing you know, there's polygamy, and they're trying to, and he has a bunch of underage minor brides.
Yeah, exactly right. Dr. Evil, it's good to see it. It's all about levels and right. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, he's talking about the dark world. He certainly is.
Come to us over the years for deliverance. They were in Masonry and they began to be drawn into wickedness, into perversion, and even in the pedophilia. And it's dark, dangerous stuff because it opens up unholy desires within the men. And then, because of the way the spiritual world works, that in turn percolates down into their family. And it affects the wife, who may or may not be involved, because there's a women's order of Masonry called the Order of the Eastern Star.
Is that? There's a women's order of Masonry. I didn't know that. I really did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. I was going to say that, bring that at some point. You never see female Masons. Yeah, but Order of the Eastern Star.
Yeah, they dress in blue too and wear white gloves.
What bit?
I've seen female Masons talking online.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. Never known any.
I don't know any personally, and I don't want to.
Wow.
Whose symbol is a satanic pentagram, by the way. So anyway, it affects your children. So many men that were Masons, at first it didn't appear a problem, but when their children started hitting puberty, they just started to go in various ways nuts because of this trickle-down influence of the Masonic Lodge.
Yeah, I actually interviewed a woman whose dad was a Freemason, and something very similar to that happened to her. So she was never involved in, the Eastern Stars, and as far as I understand, her mom wasn't involved either. But there was, an element of the children thing that you talked about with their family being abused, her siblings, sorry. And she also, around puberty, started developing, some weird things.
If they talk about PDF files and start getting it, I'll have to zap it forward a bit because it's YouTube. Just in case it gets too much into it, I know it's part of his testimony, but you know what YouTube's like. Go on, right, Roger.
I want to address Akumu. Each star or pentagram isn't a representative of evil. Representation of evil. I don't get that. I mean, we're not saying that, and stars aren't pentagrams, by the way. If you ever look at one.
No. Where's he getting this from?
I don't know where Akumu gets this stuff.
Well, the thing you got to understand is the cult takes legitimate holy items and perverts it. So, easy example is the rainbow of the covenant of Noah. What's the rainbow mean to us now?
Well, exactly. It's pride. It's pride. It's gay pride. They've took that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So if you do see that symbol, that I've seen really high up Mason symbol of the compass and square, and then in the middle of it is the Jewish star. Yeah. So they're all together. And this is like the highest levels of all these different rites. They're basically Luciferian globalists is what they are. Yes. And they just have all these different rites in all these different countries. And then the most sinister people float to the top and become, the most powerful people in the world and wreak havoc, because their Luciferianism is all about destroying so they can rebuild it in their image. It's like coagula, some Latin phrase that means to create chaos so that they can reorder the chaos in their image.
Called Caligula.
There you go.
I want to address Akumu again. He's talking about rainbows, but I mean, what do they fly on their flag, dude? When you see a rainbow flag, what do you think? You don't think, oh, I think of rainbows. No, you think that's a
No,
gay
not
pride
anymore.
flag.
Yeah, exactly, Akuma. It used to be right. It was God's. You know what it was for, Akuma. It was God's symbol to us that He would never flood the earth again. So when you seen it, it was to bring you back to a memory of thank you for that promise, Lord. You know what I mean? It's of God's promise. But now when people see the rainbow, because of how it's been used in the LGBTQ plus alphabet crap, then we don't think of that automatically. We think of bloody gay pride because it's stuck everywhere. You see it everywhere. So that's all you think about. I am represented in the rainbow but I am not gay. Well, how? How are you represented in the rainbow then?
What, in the rainbow flag?
Yeah, Kuma. Anyway, I'm not getting into Yakuma. To me, it's not. Before it was a symbol of God's promise, and now it's been perverted. Simple.
Yeah, and rainbows didn't ask to be put on the flag neither. They're
because you're asexual. Because you're asexual. Okay, fine.
Explain
but I don't think that the rainbow covers you in that. I mean, the rainbow is just a symbol of nonsense.
So what is an asexual?
Yeah, what is an asexual? Somebody just doesn't fancy men or women, just doesn't have sex. That's asexual, isn't it? So that's just so you're abstinent. So you're abstinent. Yeah. How does the rainbow cover it? What has that got to do with you? You just decide not to have sex. He just doesn't do either or.
He doesn't want it.
So he's celibate. Yeah.
You're celibate. Yeah, no sexual attraction. Yeah. You get Christians who do that. You get Christians who are celibate. It doesn't mean to say they're actually asexual. They just choose to. It's a gift from God to them. They choose to spend more time with God.
You also get murderers that are incels.
Yeah. You get murderers that are incels. That's a different.
Do you guys need a representative in a flag because you chose a sexual lifestyle?
Just because you don't fancy either, or you don't do either. I don't think you're represented by a flag. It's just.
We should all have a flag.
It's just you. It's just you. That's your preference. Why should a flag represent it?
I'll have a pink flag.
I know it's different. I know celibacy and asexuality are different, but someone who is asexual is celibate, aren't they? They don't. You know, it's still along the same lines. You know what I'm talking about?
It's not because it's not a choice. I get what he's saying.
But it is a
he
choice.
Doesn't choose to not have sex. He's not sexually attracted to people.
No.
Well, that's. I don't know if that's a
choice. It's just what he is.
Well, that sounds a lot better than the new colors because they added more colors to the rainbow flag. Now they have like white and black, and those colors are supposed to mean the most terrible of all of them, which is child attraction. That's disgusting.
Radiohead wrote a song about people like that. I wish I were special.
But,
very special.
Yeah, of course they're different. Of course they're different. But I was trying to equate it to celibacy. You know what I mean? Because it's just like being celibate. I just don't think that a flag represents you. Why would a coloured flag represent you? It was meant to be a symbol of God's promise. That's it. Nothing to represent or be perverted by. You know what I mean?
I feel.
Rainbows just appear in the sky, man. That's all they
do.
They're not a flag.
Yeah.
I feel like that because I haven't got a flag. I don't reverence the flag.
Vicky feels bad because she hasn't got a flag.
Rainbows are just a phenomenon, and they're taking this. They're taking a phenomenon and
it's a silly thing. Colored flags and all that representing bloody sexuality. I mean, I don't go out on pride, on wagons, on carnivals just to celebrate the fact that I'm heterosexual.
Oh, I'm gonna start.
You know, so why do they have to do that crap? Anyway, let's carry on.
Well, if you really think about the rainbow, it's 7 colors, and It's basically God's glory is shining through water and creating a rainbow, which gets separated by the water into the 7 colors. And we have 7 spirits of the Lord that are his eyes on earth to help us get through this life. So the rainbow has always been a very beautiful thing in our religion. And for them to take something that sacred to us and pervert it like they do just shows how evil they are.
Yeah. I'll just say the best rainbow is the ones you taste the rainbow Skittles.
Ah, shut up. Weirdo.
So it does correlate with what you're talking about. But I want to make sure that people understand. I want to go back to the
I'm just going to nip to the toilet. I'll leave this to play, guys, in Boston.
Degrees of Freemasonry. You talked about the Blue Lodge. You also mentioned the Scottish Rite. There's the York Rite. Can you explain how that's set up so people actually understand what it means to be a 33rd degree Mason? Because I think there's a lot of confusion around it.
Well, it's a little complicated, but in America, English Masonry is different. But in America, after Blue Lodge, it forks off in 2 directions. You can either go to the Scottish Rite or the York Rite. The York Rite has 7 degrees. The Scottish Rite has 29 degrees. When I was made a Master Mason, I was told, because at that time, believe it or not, I was going to the seminary to become an old Catholic priest. And some of my brother Masons knew that. And they said, well, the York Rite is the Christian path, so to speak. So why don't you go up that thing first? So I did. And the top of the York Rite is what is called the Knights Templar degree. Now, in the Scottish Rite, you have these 29 degrees. Some of them are really creepy. I mean, seriously creepy. They have one, I think it's a 19th degree, where they actually try to call up the devil. And finally, at the top, the 32nd degree, which is the Sublime Prince of the Royal Secret. And that's as high as most people go. If you're some really important person, either in industry or in politics or in entertainment, you might be offered to become a 33rd degree Mason, which is the highest degree in American Masonry. And many people, presidents, actors, I mean, people like, Roy Rogers, Harry Truman, all kinds of celebrities, Burl Ives, they're 33rd, or they're all deceased now, 33rd degree Masons, Gene Autry, many of these people. So that's the start.
Paul, for some reason, you haven't got much of a connection or something. It's not letting me let you in. If you can hear me, Paul, LV, Paul, it says you're backstage, but it says they will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to the stream. So if you can hear me, Paul. Right, I've just got to quickly show this rainbow that someone put in chat. Who's it put in chat?
Unindoctrinated.
Unindoctrinated. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Let's have a look. It's have a look, yeah. Right, so then, indoctrinated. There it is.
Yeah, it makes me sick when people hide behind organizations to hide their politics, man.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Is there more? Oh yes, look at that, man. Amazing.
That's a double.
Double, yeah. I can almost see a triple. No, I can't. I thought I seen a triple. Oh no, I think
it almost looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it almost looks like triple. I mean, if I squint a little bit, I can almost see a triple. Oh, double, definitely there. Maybe
I've got a few of those myself.
That's really cool.
Remember Roy Cookie's one?
Aye. Look at that one, man. That is it.
Roy Cookie had the pink one.
It's like an archway over the city.
No.
No, but if you get a pink one,
Yeah, pink one. Yeah, was that you, right? Who was it?
It was Ryan.
Ryan. Okay.
Yeah, Ryan.
Double one again. That's cool, man. That's cool. Love it. Go back away again.
And it was pink. Not a look.
Nice.
Really nice, isn't it? Really cool. Brilliant, man. Ace pictures, dude. Ace pictures.
It is. And that has nothing to do with sexuality whatsoever.
And
No.
There's nuances in
That
the
has
York
nothing to do with sexuality. No, not at all. Not at all.
Rite that are very creepy, but the Scottish Rite is much more creepy.
Hey, I'm pausing here just to let you know that if you want more details about this testimony, whether you want more context about what happened before, or you have questions that I didn't ask, then consider joining us on Locals. We put out a bunch of extra content there, like the extra footage, which is everything that happened before the story started, or the after show, which is what happened after, along with advice that our guests have for you. There's also a whole other episodes that are not available anywhere else, so why don't you go check it out? It's free.
There was your Daniel Osborne right there. You just seen him in the end picture there, Aaron.
I watched Corey earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Cool. So there you go. I don't know. Akuma just says, I don't know. I see Skittles. I see rainbow and I think Skittles. Vicky just said that literally.
So it's the best rainbow.
That's the best rainbow, she said, the Skittles.
Because you taste it. It's good.
To join, you don't have anything to lose and have a whole lot to gain. It also helps us to remain independent and fight censorship. So if you're interested, the link will be in the description. You can head over there after the episode is done. All right, now let's get back in the story. Okay, so to make sure that everyone understands, kind of what you already set up, I'll try to summarize it. So there's the Blue Lodge, which everyone has to go through, which is 3 degrees, and then you have 2 choices, either the York Rite, which is 7, or the Scottish Rite, which is 29. So 3 plus 29 equals 32. So 32 degrees and honorary 33rd degree for people that are deemed to be important. So that's kind of how it worked. Only on the Scottish Rite, that's where the 33rd degree happens. So
let me just correct something.
Yes, please.
So only the Scottish Rite has 33 degrees, the rest of 32. The other one's 32. Is that right? Because there's two different types of Freemasonry, isn't there?
Yeah. There's 2 different houses.
So the other one is 32 degrees and the Scottish Rite is 33. Is that right?
I think so.
It's just a way of confusing people.
Okay, got it. Well, it's working. It's working.
If you're a 10th degree 9th Templar, you can become a 33rd degree Mason, even if you never went through the Scottish Rite.
Okay.
Minor detail.
Okay.
He's going to pluck her eyebrows. That means she'll have none left.
Thank you for clarifying. So, all right, now we talked about the 33rd degree Mason. People usually are like, that's the highest level of Freemasonry that there is. There's also a bunch of people that talk about, there's secrets in Freemasonry that a lot of people don't know about, and you have to, be deemed worthy to be told these secrets. You became a 33rd degree Mason, and you eventually joined this secret group or secret order or whatever you want to call it. Can you explain what that is?
Okay. Well, beyond what we've just been talking about, over in Europe, there's what's called the Rite of Memphis Mitzrayim, and that is 360 degrees beyond what's I've already discussed, and most Masons don't even know about that. Now, I got up to the if memory serves, 96 degree. And because how I did that is there was a group in Chicago where they were involved with that thing, because Chicago was and probably still is a major nexus of Satan.
He's in 96 degree. He's not talking about Freemasonry, obviously. He must be talking about something else now. What do you mean by the 96 degree?
Because that Masonry, the basic level stops at 33. Then once you become like a top dog, there's even more levels past the 33. The 33 is just the basic bottom run of the mill all the way across the globe. But then there's like Illuminati. Then there's Rosicrucians. There's all these crazy, elaborate secret societies that all have their levels until they get to that very top pinnacle of people that are like the bloodlines of the Illuminati and stuff.
Of course, I knew about the Illuminati and that, but I just thought all that was within 33 degrees. I didn't know that it went further than 33. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Wow. But not across the globe. I know I disagree with that. It's across the plane. But I know what you meant.
You're not supposed to know, PJ. That's why. You're not supposed to know.
Well, exactly. Exactly right. You're true. You're right there. You're right. But yeah, I always thought it was just all that was entailed. The 33 degrees entailed all of that, you know, consisted of all of that.
Most people don't know that. So this group brought me into Memphis Misery.
So the original Scottish Rite Freemasons is 360 degrees, I'm pretty sure. Well, it would make sense to have 360 degrees, wouldn't it? Being a full circle, you know, all the way around. So yeah, it would make sense. But yeah, wow. Wow.
And then ultimately, there was a fellow that flew over all the way from Paris, who was the son of Pappas. Now, you probably don't know that name, but Pappas was a very prominent 19th century high-level occultist and ceremonial magician, and he wrote a book called The Tarot of the Bohemian.
Wouldn't mind. I think 33 degrees like district manager or something. Yeah, it sounds like it now. Sounds like it.
Bohemians, or about tarot cards, you know. And he came over and he brought me into the 97th degree. And this is where you get into the really deep stuff, the ideas behind sexual alchemy, how to supposedly live forever, you know, all this creepy stuff.
Die out, live forever. How you can live for eternity is follow the way of Christ. Go through the Son and be with the Father. That's how you have eternal life. That's how you live forever. There's no such thing as immortality in the flesh, anyway.
Hey, Peach, I want to ask him, did he go through the OTO too?
Sorry?
Did he go into the OTO?
The OTO? He hasn't said anything about that so far.
Okay, so that's where the sex magic practices are actually
upheld. Right.
Now, I'm gonna take off and leave you. I got some errands to run.
All right, no problem. All right, bro. Thanks
I'll
for coming,
I'll be
dude.
listening. No problem.
Bless you, man.
Bless you too.
Anyway, I would go up to these guys that had been in the Scottish Rite forever, you know, older men that were in their 60s. And I'd say, okay, I'm now a sublime prince of the royal.
It would suck. Immortality would suck, to be honest. It would be a curse, absolutely. I mean, for a while, it would be all right. But eventually, I think you'd be sick of living. You'd want to die, wouldn't you?
Secret, you know, Wang, they did this initiation, and I was a sublime prince of the royal secret. I said, so what's the royal secret? And they go, I don't know. Now, whether they were just feigning ignorance, because at this time I was like in my late 20s, or what, I don't know. But I learned.
Hey, little wings, just passing through PJ. Watch this over the weekend. It's really good. Much love, everyone. Bless you. Thank you. Good to see you. Oh, wrong one. Oh, and Shannon. Good to see you, Shannon, as well. Didn't see you there. Bless you, Shannon.
Learned eventually, after getting into the Rite of Memphis Mithraeum. And again, this is something that probably
especially if you were stuck here, Aaron, it would suck. Absolutely.
Only 1 in 1,000 Masons in America understands is that the royal secret is that you can live forever by sexually vampirizing children. Literally. Wow. And that's what these people believe.
Sick. Absolute sick, man. Disgusting.
It's not only what they believe, it's what they actually do.
Yeah, exactly.
There was Anthony Weiner and Hillary Clinton, their laptop or whatever, and 7 cops saw a file that was like this sort of stuff right here that he's talking about.
Okay.
Where they like took the adrenaline flow in blood from this child. And like these people are sick.
Of course they are. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But if he gets too deep into it, I'll have to zap it forward.
Again, the vast majority of Masons have no understanding of any of this. They just think it's this good old boys club that teaches, you know, morality. And this is the way with almost all of these groups. whether it's the Mormons.
Exactly. A monstrous abomination, which is what an abomination is anyway. Monstrous. So double, triple, quadruple monstrous abomination, man. Disgusting.
Or the Masons, or the witches, or the Vatican. They all had this vast number of reasonably good people, in some cases very good people, under them that are sort of feeding them all of this energy. Because let me back up. When I was into Satanism, we understood and were taught that Satan draws energy from being worshipped. And when these guys, they don't, even if they don't understand it, every time a Mason kneels at the altar and swears an oath.
Well, they might be unindoctrinated, but I think this guy on the right, I think he's true. I think he's true. So far, I haven't seen anything wrong with what he's saying, bro.
The devil gets energy from them. And again, most Masons, if they heard this, they would be scandalized. They'd say, this guy's a nut. But the funny thing is, and like you say, you've talked with people who, to a greater degree or a lesser degree, and believe me, we've talked to dozens of people over the years in ministry who came to us who were, like sodomized as children, who were literally taken to the Masonic lie.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant, indoctrinated. That's what I thought you meant, something like that. Yeah, everything he's saying is probably true. I'm just wondering why the algorithm is pushing it to everyone. It has been pushed. It has, because I noticed it. Well, I'm sub to the guy anyway, but Flats said, Flats asked me about it. He doesn't usually say anything about, I mean, I've passed this link around anyway, but usually I'm the one that brings it up to people, like on my streams. But a lot of people, even Chillin had watched this first, and he said, this would be a video you might want to do. Flats as well said it, when usually it's me that brings these to the others, so yeah, it has been pushed. You are right there, Doctor.
Where is my long lost brother?
He's right there about the algorithm. He's definitely right about that. It's definitely pushing it. And especially with if you go to the actual channel with the thumbnail, I mean, it's blatant, like my thumbnail as well. It's kind of, but mine's an AI kind of version of Freemasonry. It's not got the proper symbology in that, not properly. What, babe?
Where is my long lost brother today?
Who?
Chilling.
Oh, he hasn't been in. Chilling hasn't been in. He hasn't been in. I haven't seen him. Maybe he was up with me all night pretty much when I was streaming. Maybe he's asleep or something. I don't know. Maybe he's doing something. Anyway, let's carry on. But no, indoctrinated. I think you're right about that, bro.
After hours, laid on that very same altar that the Holy King James Bible laid on.
And a few people have come in and said tonight they've already seen it. Not many people usually say that when I come out with these testimony ones. So yeah, I think it has been pushed a little.
And they were gang raped by a bunch of old men that were all high-level Masons until they were practically dead.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story that I heard. Without
you only got 2 hours sleep, did you?
No, you don't do it.
I know. I'm going straight to sleep after this is finished. I'm going to. It's nearly halfway through. I mean, I might have to do the other half on Wednesday, by the looks of it, because I've got like 12 minutes left. But I'll get through as much as I can in that 12 minutes.
Details, because it was an eyewitness account. It was a secondhand witness, but it's similar to what I heard before. So okay. A lot of said about Freemasonry, and you kind of said how Freemasonry is worshiping Lucifer, and I think that's
not a problem, Brad Tash. I could try and get through it all, but it might take another couple of hours, and I don't fancy streaming another couple of hours, and I've got to try and sleep for the funeral tomorrow. I'll just see how much I can get through. I'll just go for it.
It's made very clear in the books that you talked about. If people want to check the references, they can check your book, or they can go directly to the references if they doubt anything, because it's in there. I want to go back to something that you said earlier, because we kind of did a tangent on Freemasonry, because I thought it was very important. But you talked about selling your soul. Let's get back to that, because I definitely don't want to ignore that. Can you explain the circumstances around that?
Well, again, there was this group in Chicago, and they were entwined with this Memphis Mitzrayim rite, and they were also with this. It was like two things together: the Brotherhood, which I mentioned earlier, and then this Memphis Mitzrayim thing. And I interacted with these people, and at a certain point, they said, well, if you want to go any further and become a satanic priest, you need to, sell your soul to the devil. And so they took me to this park in Glen Ellen, Illinois, which is like a suburb of Chicago. I don't know if it's still there or not, but it was a very weird park. It was broad daylight. And they said, don't worry about it. The cops are all.
Albeit, Paul, I don't think he's a LARPer. I do think he's gone through this.
Devil worship.
The channel itself, I think the guy on the channel, the young guy, the skinny guy, that there is definitely ones on his channel that I'm dubious about. But this one, not so much at the minute. Not at the minute, anyway. I don't see anything wrong with this dude so far. I think he's quite plausible what he's saying. I haven't seen any. For me, I don't think there's anything wrong with his testimony. Nothing at all so far. That's my discernment on it. That's how I see it.
He's legitimate.
Yeah, I think he's legitimate. I think he's legit. I mean, like I say, the channel itself, the guys, because this is someone else's channel he's on, the young boy you see there. Yes, I believe he's legit as well, but I think his discernment is lacking in some places when it comes to testimonies. Because some of the testimonies on his channel, I am very dubious about, but there is a lot of his testimonies are definitely legitimate. Definitely.
Yeah, there's definitely different ways of judging people. The guy who owns the channel has a whole different reasoning behind being here. Where this guy, he's just sharing his testimony of how he went down the wrong path in life and almost lost his soul to the devil.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly. I believe his testimony, whether the guy's channel, who's doing the channel or not, is different. There's different motives. There you go. But I do believe his testimony, actually. You can't sell your soul to the devil. It's not yours to begin with, Norman, to sell.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of the devil. He tricks you into thinking you can. He tricks you into thinking, Peter was forgiven for betraying Jesus, and Judas could have been forgiven. But he was in such despair that he went and killed himself, and then he got eternal punishment.
Exactly.
And in the center of the park, there was this area where they had
exactly what I just said, Paul. A soul's not yours to sell. Exactly, bro.
These weird Egyptian statues. There literally was an altar with horns, kind of like the pictures you see of the altar in the Temple of Solomon, that kind of thing. And they brought out this black book, and there are all these names in it. And this one supposed high-level Satanist kind of officiated, and I swore an oath to Satan, my allegiance to him, that I would serve him for 7 years, and he would give me everything I wanted, wine, women, song, power, occult power, whatever. And at the end of those 7 years, he could kill me and take me to hell. By that time, I had been told that the Satanists believe that hell is like one long orgy of drugs, sex, and rock and roll, so to speak, So I didn't think going to hell was a bad thing at that time. So I had to sign my name in blood in this black book.
That's the thing I always think about Satanists as well. Like, do they actually think the devil, if they're going to hell now, do they actually think the devil loves them and has got a nice time set out for them? Does he really? They know like the ideology. They know how deceptive he is. They really think that he's got a place set out for them. It's got to be nice and cool and chilling.
Well, the thing about their doctrine is they have a whole perverted system of turning Lucifer into the good guy, the bearer of light. And he got Eve to take the fruit for our benefit. You see, they perverted the whole doctrine into Jesus being bad and Lucifer being good. And that's why when they get power from Lucifer for doing all these heinous acts, sacrificing of children, brutalization of other humans, they they really do receive some sort of power from that. And from that power, it just perpetuates more bad behavior, more things that hurt God's heart,
No, Jono, no LV, Paul. Look, Paul, you just said he's trying to flog his new book to Jono, right? It was an old book he showed. When he showed his book, he says, Shameless Flog. It was one of his old books. It wasn't a new book. It was an old one. Wow. Sometimes we're just too suspicious of certain people. I understand being cautious, but to be paranoid about everything, like every time I put on a testimony, there's always someone that says it's bullshit. Always someone that says it's bullshit. Yes, there are some bullshit testimonies. This is not one as far as I can see it.
Book. And supposedly, this sounds funny, but I was supposed to go out and find.
And if he does plug another book, so what? That's what people do. I plug my channel on people's things. I plug my channel on people's other channels just to try and get some subs or whatever. And we all say it's shameless plug. I don't think it's anything to do with money. Look, he's an old dude. He hasn't got much life left. You know what I mean? I don't think so.
7 people to sell their souls to the devil under me, so to speak.
I think
sort
he's
of
just
like
telling his
multi-level
testimony.
marketing, but for the devil. And I did. I got 7, and I feel so bad about this. I've contacted as many of these people as I can find to try and talk them out of it, and repent and all that. But and still, I didn't have the things I needed. I had, my life was not good, even though I was supposedly this high-level warlock, satanic priest, blah blah blah. I was working at a nothing job. I was a security guard in a warehouse, barely getting by. And then what happened is I'd written a check. Every year I wrote a check to the Church of Satan. I think it was for $10 to renew my subscription. They had a newsletter, probably still do, called The Cloven Hoof. And when I got the check back from the bank, because they used to do that, someone had written on the check, some lady by the handwriting, "I'll be praying for you in Jesus' name."
Cheers. Nice one, Joyce. Flat was going on about that the other day. What you're saying, the William Schnobelin, however you pronounce that, Schnobelin. Okay, nice. And I'll have a look at that after. Was he yeah, he's a 33rd degree Mason. I got you. I'll have a look at it. Cool. Thank you.
And I just scoffed. And the funny thing is, let me just say, I had not had any contact with Christians. Nobody ever tried to witness to me. Nobody, had ever come to our door and try to, give us tracts or talk about Jesus.
That's true, actually. One mind. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, it wasn't betrayal. It was denying. Yeah, I get you. It wasn't. Peter never betrayed Jesus. He denied him. Yeah, of course, I get you. You're a stickler for it. I get you. Peter never betrayed Jesus. He denied him. Scripture prophesied, let somebody else receive his bishopric. Jeffrey's point about forgiveness still stands. I'm just stickler about quoting it accurately. I get you, bro. I understand. I get you.
Yeah, no offense for being not accurate. I don't have a photographic memory. But I just felt it was very similar. I know betrayal's way worse than denial, but when you deny Jesus, it is a form of betraying him, in my point of view.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. But but betrayal with Judas was more backstabbing as well, you know. But
yes,
but
there's
no,
definitely
yeah,
way different degrees. I
yeah,
totally understand that.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Even the Jehovah's Witnesses never came to our door because they were scared of us, you know, because people understood, you know, they'd see us out in the backyard in the moonlight in black robes dancing around, you know. So anyway, I got this check and I just scoffed at it. And literally within 24 hours, it was like I was hit with a freight train.
He did, Roger. He did it out of fear. But Jesus said he would do it as well. And he said, no, I won't. But Jesus said it, he'll do it. Yeah, he did do it out of fear. Of course, Roger, he did. Peter, we're on about.
Lost all my occult power and believe the magical power is real. I lost my job. I got as sick as a dog. And
yeah, exactly. I mean, there's definitely differences there. Look, denying someone out of fear is, yeah, it's certainly a different degree of from betrayal, definitely, because the betrayal of Judas wasn't out of fear, was it? It was out of bloody greed. You know what I mean? Absolute greed. So completely different thing in that aspect. Yes, but yeah, I get it. I get the point.
What the heck, you know? So we had an altar up in the attic. The whole attic, we painted it black. And we had a magic circle on the floor. I had a big statue of Pan, you know, the horn god, all kinds.
Right. I'm gonna have to leave that. That's 2 hours in, guys. We're pretty much halfway through, so I might as well do the. I'm not on tomorrow because I've got the funeral, my cousin's funeral. I would carry on, but I need to get some sleep and that for the funeral and get some stuff done. And I won't be on tomorrow. I might be on Flax's, but I won't be on again till Wednesday. So we'll do the other half on Wednesday if you guys are okay with that.
Bye.
If that's good. I would like to get it finished today, but you know, because like, we end up chatting through it and we end up talking about it. It doesn't always happen that way, does it? So I'll do I like to finish things, so I will get it done on Wednesday. And then somebody gave me a movie as well that we could review. Gaslight, it's called, and apparently it's where they're saying gaslighting came from, when you're gaslighting someone. So and it's an old 1944 movie, and we can review it on YouTube because it's public domain now. So we can review it on YouTube. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or do what I said earlier. So it'll be a toss-up between the movie review, but we'll end up doing them both anyway. And the one I said earlier about the music industry and people selling their souls and stuff like that through the music industry. You can do that one or the review of the movie. But we'll do them both at some point anyway, you know. But all right,
good night. God bless.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Jeffrey. Just disappear before I can say thanks. Thanks, Jeffrey, bro. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you've got Jeffrey's cool, guys, but Jeffrey's he's got he wouldn't say he's a Catholic, but he's got a lot of Catholicism in there because he does come from Catholic background. But a lot of his stuff is very, very Catholic sort of thing. So he's definitely got a lot of different interpretations as us to certain things. You know, like earlier on when he said about the Lucifer being taken over by another entity. He's told me this before, and I don't know where he gets that, but it's what he believes. So I didn't challenge it because I already knew it. I already knew that he believed that, you know. And I've already had it out with him before with that kind of thing. So he believes that there's nothing I can do about it, you know. So it didn't kind of register when he said it because I'd already had it before. But he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. He comes in now and again and puts his footprints in. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll do it. If you guys are cool with it, we'll do the second half on Wednesday. We might as well. But bless you guys for being here. Let me just get rid of it for now. I'll play out with the song as normal. Let's see if I've got a Harry Mark there. I would have carried on a bit longer, guys, but I really do have to try and get some sleep and that. You know, I'm crap at sleeping now. I've got to really try to sleep to get some. I'm not looking forward to the funeral either. You know, I'm really not looking forward to it. But I've got to do it. I've got to be there with my favorite cousin, so I've got to be there. Anyway, let's find what I am looking for. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Have I got one? Did I do Harry Mack one? I think I might have. Have a look.
So give me some words, man.
Oh, I did.
This is BG Too Fast. BG Too Fast is his Instagram handle.
BG Too Fast.
From Georgia.
From Georgia. All right. Give me something random.
Quick feet. I don't know.
Quick feet?
Yeah.
Quick feet? That's good. All right. Your name is Too Fast. You're from Georgia. Something about football, quick feet. Anything else? You guys want to throw a word?
Book Bay, red.
I'm already going to get that.
Juke, touchdown, and swerve.
Juke, touchdown, and swerve. All right, we're going to see if I can remember them all. We're going to have some fun. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bars off the top, they be too sick. Shout out to my man, cause he's too quick. Y'all know I'm about to blast. You know that his feet, they be moving too fast. Every time I rhyme, I be going in hard. Grab the microphone and then I'm leaving you scarred. Think they on my level, I be begging their pardon. When we popping up, man, we feeling like stars. Shout out to my man in the content grind, you know I support ya. Hey, they can feel what I'm saying from Miami out to Georgia. Yeah, when it comes to these lyrics, forever we great. I said they feel it from MIA to the 478. I said I grab it right off at the tab when I snap. If they didn't know before, now they fucking with the Mac. Every time that I rhyme, I be right and exact. Yeah, we in the session making it crack. Doing what I'm feeling when I'm coming off the tip of beat. Improvise, but it sounds well writ. Shout out to my man, he be running with the ball. You can tell by the motherfucking helmet. Yeah, y'all know I'm spitting my bars in every single direction. Hey, rappers got one style, Mac and I got a collection. Hey, for these other MCs, I really feel no affection. Use my mind, introspection. In the helmet, I can see my reflection. I'm coming up the tip of the dome. I be in the zone, rappers making me puke. I got the bars that they couldn't refute. Shout out to my man, cause he got all the jukes. Yeah, he be running into the end zone. Y'all know I get busy with the words. Yeah, he about to score that touchdown. If they try to stop him, he about to swerve. H-Mac getting busy, I'ma make him throw their hand up. Break it down smooth so that y'all can understand us. When it comes to lyrics, I don't ever spit the bland stuff. Mac off the tip of the mental, I spit it essential. I'm doing it further whenever I'm on it. You know that I be spitting all these bars for the consumers. Shout out to my man in the red backpack with the helmet on, rapping the Pumas. Yeah, Mac, I get loose. Dig the vibe I produce. I said, rappers bite my style. My flow is breaking they tooth. And y'all know my rhymes are abstract. I pull my weight with this backpack. Every time I rhyme, you know I prove my lyrics is mad fat. Now let me see the tattoos real quick so I can incorporate those. Yeah, every time I rhyme off the mantle, you know I bring the more than great flows. Yeah, hold it right there, I do more harm off the forearm. I'm about to spit it wise. Yeah, rappers they ain't really even seeing the Mac. I think they need to open those eyes. Yeah, get them up wider. I'ma save the day like a hero. Yo, they used to call me a weirdo. Y'all know I'm real, no exaggeration. Blessed and honored for the collaboration. Every time I rap for hip hop, I get big props. Check my man on TikTok, killing them all with them trick shots.
Nice. Done. Thank you guys. Thanks for being with us. Sorry I couldn't carry on a little bit longer. But yeah, we'll get it finished on Wednesday and then we'll get on with some other stuff. Get this finished and get on with other stuff. I like to finish stuff. I know some people in the chat don't completely believe the story, his guy's story, but you know, my discernment in a minute saying his story is okay. I don't know about the guy whose channel it is, but the guy who's telling the story, his testimony seems to me like so far he's telling the truth. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry, but there you go. That's me. But bless you guys. I love you. Thanks for being here. Ta-ta. Hear the sunset's free. It's free. She's got her headphones on. Indeed. I was waiting for Vicky and she said indeed. She didn't say indeed. She's got her headphones on. Bless you guys. Ta-da. Paul, bless you too. I'll see you soon. Ta-da. Bless you all. Baza, Roger, Joyce, do it. Everybody up the list. Brad, Tash, Shannon. I'm going backwards now. Right to the very start of the stream. I'm only joking, guys. Evan, bless you. Love you, sister. Ta-ta.